people, they want to recycle. If you make it available to people, most people will do it. And that's what we've tried to do. We're a facility that's located in Mars. Part of our family of businesses. We've been in business for about 60 years. The old system, we used to hand sort everything, and we knew that the technology had come a long way.
We knew that we needed to install a completely new system. We've taken a system where we could not really recover effectively, and we are now able to sort between 15 and 20 tons an hour.
We basically by quadrupled production. If it's a container item coming from the home or a fiber item coming from the home, put it in and we'll process it.
And we are now doing what we call single stream recycling. Single stream recycling is that all across our companies, all these facilities are collecting recyclables in blue cart. We're picking them up in our trucks, bringing it all here, and now running the material through. No longer do, households have to sort material.
Well, let's start from the beginning. We built a new tipping floor so that we could easily dump a couple trucks at a time, where before the problem was we could only dump one at a time.
Trucks dump on the tipping floor. A large wheel loader then loads it into what we call a metering bin.
And then there's some sorters up on the top end that we pull out some of the big items that aren't supposed to be in there. And by that time, the material is now a mix of fiber and containers. Those go over what we call an OCC separator. The glass is very abrasive and can be destructive to the equipment and contaminate the materials. So you want to try and get the glass out as soon as you can.
What falls through everything ends up going through what we call a large polishing screen. The material climbs up the screen over onto a sort line. Again, the containers, glass, plastic, cans, roll back, fall through. So the system is basically trying to separate fiber to one side, containers to another. In today's world, we have a huge amount of PET containers,
Those kinds of bottles now go through what we call the green eyes optical sorters. And the first optical sorter sorts out all PET containers.
That's where we really notice a big change, is because there's a lot of bottles that are PET, but there's so many of them that our pickers could not hand-pick them fast enough. From there, the next one would be the optic sorting for the HDPE, which is your milk jugs and your colored detergent bottles. And then after that, then we have one or two people that will separate between the clear and the colored, because there are two different grades there.
Now, what's left, they then are conveyed to the final container sort line. They first pass under an overhead magnet, which takes off the ferrous. Cans, the steel cans, if there are plastics that are missed, like HDPE or PET. Again, we have hand sorters. At that time, quality control, throwing those materials forward. Now, the material falls into what we call an eddy current. Now what's left is a residual, and that joins a trash belt that passes under the whole system. What we have sensed over time is that more people will recycle, whether it's mandatory or not, if you can provide them the service.
And the more that we can do it, the more we can become self-sustainable, which is, I think, what everybody's goal is. We're just trying to prove it in our own way.
So in a sense, every municipality that we service can now offer recycling to their residents. And they can also feel confident that if we are picking them up now, that we've got the best machinery possible so that we can sort and provide an efficient recovery system.
You make it simple and people will do it. And we're trying to get people to recycle more.
In today's world, the OCC that we bail up today ends up probably being the Amazon box tomorrow. And the PET can turn into furniture. So it's a continual reuse basis.
I mean, I like the idea of saying, what we pick up today will fuel us tomorrow. But we're going to be able to continue to, to advance and add some additional equipment and become more efficient and just be able to process materials with minimal issues.